Well, hello and welcome. And this is not your imagination. You've seen me here way too many days this week. We had a special program on Wednesday, one on Thursday, and it's Friday, and we're back again for something else fun. Of course, my name is Guy Stevens. I'm the founder and executive director of the Alliance Against Seclusion and Restraint. And I'm joined today with my friend and colleague, Sandy Lerman, who is well, I'm going to let Sandy introduce. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and perhaps tell folks why we're here, because we are here to talk about a really exciting collaboration that we have together. And I wonder if you can kind of introduce yourself and tell folks about this this thing that we're doing together with this kind of summer reading program.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Guy. I am Sandy Lerman, and I'm the director of Heartstrong International. And we're here to talk about summer reading because we are all book lovers. I'm sure that if you're like me, you love a good summer read. And it's also back to school time. So it's a really good time for teachers and parents to really kind of get your bookshelf ready with all the books that you need for those trauma-informed, brain-based, non-punitive practices. They're going to help us end seclusion and restraint. That is the goal. We want kids and their teachers to be in collaboration and in communication that's going to keep everybody regulated and happy and learning, and also in our families as well. So we have decided to do this collaboration. We're calling it the Summer Reading Challenge. This is your last chance to sign up because summer is coming to a close very soon. We will have one more prize drawing, but today we're really excited. We're going to announce a winner. We've had several of you sign up already for the challenge. We're going to announce a winner today, and then we'll do one more drawing at the end of August, probably, to start the school year. But if you do sign up, what we're going to encourage you to do is choose a book that you really want to read, or choose a book study that you really want to join. And Guy can tell us in a little bit here about some of the book studies they have available. But if there's a book you want to read and nobody else is reading it, you can start your own book study. And so what we've done at Heartstrong is we've decided to create a course for those of you who are really interested in diving into a number of different books, or maybe a book that's not on the list of book studies that are out there. And you can start your own book study, and you can also get graduate credit. Those of you who are teachers and you need to do graduate credit to maintain your licensure, we have it set up so that we're working in collaboration with University of the Pacific to give you one graduate credit hour for every book study that you join or that you lead. So if you want more information about that, we will share that with you. You can reach out to me or to Guy, and we can share that information with you. And we can post the link here a little bit later as well. But Guy, do you want to tell them about the book studies you have coming up?
Sure. And of course, we have on the screen right now the list, which you have the big book list of trauma-informed Changemakers books. And how many books are on this list?
So right now, there are 111 books on the list.
Yes.
You can choose any of those books, but it's just a short list. I like to say
111 books.
Because there are more books coming out all the time.
Absolutely.
So there have been several books that have come out this summer. We did manage to get Ginger Healy's book is on the list, but there's other ones that are coming down the pike. So I'm excited to add more as they come. So we will expand the list soon. But right now, you can grab this book list, and you see the link there, and you just download it, and that'll give you the list. It's just a list, and then we've got it kind of categorized by levels of growth and healing. So if you're in crisis, there are certain books that are going to really help you. If you're sort of learning about communication and collaboration, collaborative problem solving, those kinds of things, there are other kinds of books that can help you. So we've used what we call the spiraling stages of growth as a way to categorize different books at different levels. So there's something for everyone, for teachers and for parents.
Yeah, and it's a really great resource. So you can go there, and for free, you can download this great list of trauma-informed Changemaker books and get inspired. Get inspired. And let me tell you a little bit about some of the events that we have coming up. So at the Alliance, we are also actively doing some book studies, and we've been doing these for a good part of this year. We've covered quite a few fantastic books. We just finished up Ginger Healy's new book, which is Regulation and Co-Regulation, and it's a fantastic book. It is a very readable book and has fantastic strategies. Earlier, and I don't happen to probably have all of these here, maybe I do, we did Dr. Lori Desautel's Intentional Neuroplasticity. I actually have a good pile of books on my desk here. And before that, we had Mona Delahook look at this. I got lucky because I didn't really realize that I was going to want all these books, but we did Mona Delahooke's Brain, Body, and Parenting. And we've got coming up next, and this one happens to be here too, we've got Self-Reg. Self-Reg is a book by Dr. Stuart Shanker, who is amazing when it comes to understanding stress and understanding the science of stress, understanding our brain. This approach, the Self-Reg approach, is really amazing. And that book study actually begins August 9th. So our first session is August 9th. And then I believe we are weekly for 4 weeks. Our last session, we will have Dr. Shanker joining us. So for all of these we've done so far, we've had the author join us at the end, and that's a lot of fun. So not only do you get to join our team, and we've got this amazing team of volunteers I'll mention in a second, but you get to actually have the author there and ask any questions that you might have. These events, of course, are free. You're always encouraged and welcome to make a donation, but the events are fully free. And we've got an amazing team of volunteers helping out here. We've got Chantel and Jennifer and Courtney and Val, who have been doing a fantastic job. And we've been getting
just put in a plug for them because they do a really good job. I was able to be in one of the book studies, and I was really impressed just with the folks that showed up and the way that the study went. And we were able to get into little groups and talk about really how this applies. How does this apply to your parenting or teaching? Which is what everybody wants to know. You know, like, we understand the theory, but let's get into the nitty gritty of the day to day.
Yeah. And you know, I've got to tell you, Sandy, when you told me that before, and I considered that extremely high praise, you know, from you, somebody that's been doing this work, that, you know, has led book studies. When you told me that, I was so happy and proud of the team that's doing this and the work that's being done. And, you know, I've not been able to join all of the book studies, but I've been able to join a few of them. And I always try to make it to the first session and last if I can. It's such a pleasure to be part of that and get to know, you know, some of the parents, professionals, and others that are joining our community. So that's coming up next. So again, Self-Reg, Stuart Shanker's work, fantastic book. Highly recommend. After that, we've got another book coming up, and this one is Building a Trauma-Informed Restorative School. This is a book by Joe Brummer, who, Joe, I'm happy to say, is a colleague, a friend, somebody that's doing amazing work around building trauma-informed restorative schools. And I emphasize that word trauma-informed because not all restorative practices are trauma-informed. And in fact, sometimes restorative programs, which are centered around a really good idea, can actually be causing trauma if they're not, in fact, trauma-informed. So we're doing this book study. It starts in September, the 13th through the 4th of October. And of course, Joe will be joining us for the last session, for the last hour. We also happen to have a special discount for this book. So if you go to the publisher's website for this book, you can save 25%. You know, again, encourage you to go there, sign up. Our same volunteers, Chantel and Jennifer and Courtney and Val, are going to be leading that one as well. You can just come to the website here and sign up. And I'll put these links. In fact, I'm going to grab this link right here for the Self-Reg one, and I'm going to put that in the chat. And I will also put the link in for Joe's book. And what else is exciting about Joe's book is we are doing a giveaway today, right?
Yes, we are. Hey, before we do that, I just want to mention, if anybody did one of the previous book studies, if you did the study for Ginger Healy's book or Dr. Delahooke's book or any of the other past books you've done, you can still get in on the graduate credit for the book study. So just reach out to me and I can get you the details on that. We work through, like I said, through University of the Pacific, and there is a fee for that course and that graduate credit, but it's really reasonable compared to any other graduate courses that you normally would take. So just reach out if you want the details about that.
That's fantastic. And of course, I have a brand new copy of Joe Brummer's book here in front of me. You can see how shiny that is. Look at that. A brand new copy. And you and I had agreed that we were going to give it away to someone that was on our list that had signed up already for this. And you have a name, right? You have a name of somebody that signed up?
Yes.
Who is our winner?
We had drew a name, so let's have a drum roll. And the winner is Alicia Horwood. Alicia Horwood has won a copy of Joe Brummer's book. You'll hold the book up again.
Absolutely.
That's the book. You're going to get a copy of that. So Alicia, we will reach out to you and we will send this to you in the mail shortly.
Fantastic. So always exciting to give away something. And you know what? It's Friday, and we often do a free Friday. So we just did, right? We just gave away a book, but I'm feeling kind of generous here. I think give away another copy of the book to somebody that's watching us live right now. And if you're watching live and you put a comment in and you're first one to put a comment in and tell me why you'd like to read this book, it can be short because you want to be first. I will send you a copy of the book as well. So if you're watching live right now, put a comment in the chat. Tell me why you would like a copy of this book, and we'll send you one. So while we're waiting to see if anybody claims their free book, and it would be really sad if they don't, anything else you want to share, Sandy, about about what we're doing here?
I just want to say thank you to you, Guy, for all the work that you do with the Alliance Against Seclusion and Restraint. I just think it's fantastic. I actually just reached out to some folks here in Indiana to find out what's going on with seclusion and restraint here, because I know that you have allies and you have your work is really far and wide. So we just appreciate all that you're doing for our kids.
Well, I appreciate that. And I was excited because I thought we had a winner, but I'm not so sure about this winner here. The winner appears to be Joe Brummer, which is the author. Who even knew that Joe was watching right now? Joe, it's great to have you. We're giving away some of your book and talking about the book study we're going to be doing. But somehow I think you probably already have a copy. So if anybody else is watching live, and maybe if they don't claim it live, maybe the first comment I see in the stream afterwards, feeling generous, maybe I'll send you a copy. So would love to give away a copy. I know there's a couple of people watching us live right now. Put a comment in, say, I'd like a copy of this book. And the first one that responds, I will send you a copy. And Joe, great to know that you were, and I think probably right now, busy working on probably another book, right? I mean, I know you're always doing some great stuff. So Sandy, it's great to be here with you today. I wonder if, people know that are watching live, a lot of our viewers that are watching this probably know a bit about the Alliance and what we do, but would you talk a little bit more about Heartstrong and the kind of work you do? Because I know you do some amazing training and some other things. So do you want to talk a little bit about the kind of work that you do so that people can learn more? And it looks like we have a winner, by the way. All right, Janet, yes.
Oh, Janet, woohoo, Janet, she's one of our graduates. Timing.
I'm going to put an email in the chat, and if you send me an email with your address, I will get it in the mail to you probably on Monday because it's Friday, and I might not be going to the post office again today, but I should be able to get that in the mail by Monday. So my email is in the chat. You are a winner. And I know that makes Joe happy too, because he couldn't be the winner. We had to disqualify.
Well, Janet is amazing. Janet is a teacher, and she's hoping someday, I think, to be a principal as well. So I'm really excited that we're getting her trained in all these things before she's an administrator.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic, and she's a graduate of our program, and she's also been in your book study. So very, very active person. I'm glad she won. Yeah, I'm happy to talk about what we do. So let me tell you what we do. So we are a global company. We actually can claim, I think we're on every continent now. We just had somebody from France join our program this week. But we do training for the folks who want to be trauma-informed specialists. So people who are local to their communities in their schools who don't have access to people, like Joe. I know Joe would probably fly to France if they invited him. But a lot of times folks are in smaller communities. They might not have the funding to bring in a big speaker. So we're trying to train local people in their own school communities and in their local areas to work with parents as well, to be trauma-informed specialists. And they can go on to our advanced program, which is training to become a certified parent coach or a certified educational trainer. And they learn how to do training, how to do coaching effectively with families and with educators. And so that's what we do. We have a certification program. We're just getting ready to close our August cohort, but we do have cohorts. Every few months, we will open up a new cohort for you to join. You can reach out to me anytime for that information. But we are really excited about the work that our graduates are doing. Some of them are working with schools. We have some working in Head Start programs. We have parent coaches who are working with parents who are in foster adoptive communities. We have folks working with medical trauma. I have a nutritionist that's in the program now, and she's seeing children that have difficulties with nutrition because of trauma. So many different applications to this work. And so if you are somebody who is really excited about getting this information into the hands of more parents and teachers, and you want to step into a leadership role as somebody who has lived experience, this is kind of the hallmark of our program. What makes us a little bit different is that all of the people that go through our programs have either been the parent or the teacher or worked very closely with children who have trauma, so they know how challenging that can be. But they also have hope, and they're excited about the possibility. They're excited about the healing that they're seeing and the growth that they're seeing in their children. So if that's you, if you want to step into that leadership and you want to do things locally with your own community, no matter where you are in the world, we would love to work with you.
That's fantastic. And I put up your website here as well. You, of course, also joined us for a ASR Live a while back, which was a fantastic one. So people, I would encourage you to check that out on YouTube as well. I just wanted to, let's see, we had a comment here from Pauline said, this is unusual. These comments each say this hidden comment might be sensitive content or scam. Don't know what that's all about, Pauline. I'm not seeing them, but occasionally, unfortunately, we get spammers that participate in our events as well and try to put links in, and I usually try to hide those when they pop up, so that might be what you're seeing there. So this was just a quick event to talk about the book study and to give away a couple of books, and we've accomplished both of those things. So it is Friday, and I'm sure, Sandy, you've got other things to do, and everybody else probably does as well. So thanks for joining me, and excited as always to do this with you. And I think the more people we can get reading some of the books off of that amazing book list, the better the world will be. So thanks for joining me, Sandy, and thank you everybody that was part of our live broadcast here today.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.